All right. Ooh, I must be behind enemy lines right now. Got two guys over here. That's all right. You can't hide behind these boxes all day. Another guy? A third guy wants some? Okay, that's three. Oh, I hear some fire. Oh, 4, 5. Are you kidding me? Rescuer. Oh, 6. Get it. 7. Annihilation. Yes.
Drop to the floor. Drop to the floor. Drop to the floor.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is Idaho Dub with another Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. Playing another game of domination, this time on Firing Range, as you can see. I've said it before, Firing Range and WMD are one of my favorite maps. And I usually do pretty well on them. I usually don't die without getting a kill on my first life, but that just happened. You just witnessed that. Using the Galil, I've actually been using the AK-47 lately. Really like that weapon, so hopefully the next couple games will showcase me rocking that bad boy. They definitely improved it since Modern Warfare 2. Still using all the same perks, and kill streaks not. I'm using the SR-71 still, that Black Bird, and the dogs. And instead of using the chopper gunner, actually I'm using the Cobra, mainly because I got a couple messages and a couple comments about speeding the chopper gunner up. Just to let you know, I'll never speed up the chopper gunner, but these videos are made for you, my viewers, and so I decided not to use it this time. And so I won't be up in any air support. So yeah, that's that. But what I actually wanted to talk about this video was death streaks, and more importantly, how to recover from a death streak. Because no matter how good you are at this game, you are eventually going to go on a death streak. It's inevitable. You will, at some point in your Call of Duty career, get killed several times in a row without getting a kill. And that can be extremely frustrating, because the point of this game is to kill the other team. Kill or be killed. That sounded weird. So yeah, obviously the point of this game is to kill the other team. And when you go on a death streak, that's no bueno. And a lot of times when people go on death streaks, they tend to play against their normal style. And that's something that you don't want to do. So that's what I want to talk about. Some pointers for what you should do and what you should not do. So first up, you have just went on a death streak. You've died, let's say, 5 times in a row without getting a kill. For some reason, you can't hit the other team. They're getting the jump on you. You're getting frustrated. So what most people want to do then is immediately rush out and try to get a kill. And you start not thinking correctly, and you run out in the open, and you'll continue to die, and you just keep getting more frustrated. You don't want to do that. You don't want to play, against what you're normally doing. You also don't want to become too conservative, because what a lot of people do then is just get conservative and camp in one area. Now, it's okay to camp. I'm not against camping at all. I think it's part of the game, and that's how you win and do well a lot of times, is camping. But you don't want to stay in one spot. Just like with any camping thing, you want to be mobile still. You can stay in one spot for a little bit, but you want to continue to move and keep progressing forward. So I think the most important thing to do, first 2 things you don't want to do, is rush out in the open and keep getting killed just because you want to get that kill and get off this death streak. And the next thing, don't camp too much. I think what you should do is start playing a little more conservative, but not too much. And yeah, camp, but not camp like more than you should. Move around after you've been in a spot, for a little bit. Kind of like I'm doing right now. I've been up here for a little while. Now it's time for me to get off. So yeah, don't camp too much. Don't play too conservative, but play a little more conservative, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I think the most important thing to do is not rush out in the open. Another thing, oh, sorry, I had to pause for a minute. That was nasty. That was through the smoke, blood flying in the air, and that was nice. Sorry, had to brag about my cutting skills real quick. But anyways, I think the next thing you don't want to do. Oh, hold on. Black Bird is in the air. You definitely want to get one of those up to get off of the death streak. But another thing that I see a lot of people do, and that I did a lot when I first started playing Call of Duty, is I thought it was the weapon's fault. Not my fault. It was the weapon's fault. And so what I would do is I would switch classes. I'd be like, oh man, you know, this certain weapon, I can't do anything with it. Maybe I'll switch to another weapon. Now, given I wasn't that great at the game...
Who let the dogs out?
Sorry, I wasn't that great at the game at the time. I mean, I did pretty well. But, you know, I'm a lot better with every weapon now. I can, you know, pick up a lot of weapons now, and I do pretty decent with almost every gun in the game. But at the time, I wasn't. So what I would do is I had a couple guns that I really liked, and, you know, if I was doing bad, I would switch to another gun. This happened more in Modern Warfare 2, because that's when I really started getting into Call of Duty, and I wasn't great with other guns. So in Modern Warfare 2, it was big time difference because the guns were so different. In Black Ops, I think a lot of the guns are easier to shoot. You don't get as much recoil, you know, kickback from the weapons. So switching up isn't as bad, but I think if you go on a death streak, you shouldn't switch your class. You should stick with what you know, and I think the most important thing is just to not change how you normally play. So, you know, if you're normally, you know, a running gunner, then I guess continue to do that. But I always find that if you're running out and you're chasing down guys and, you know, basically rushing, that you're gonna die more. You know, that you have a tendency to die a lot more. So I think when you go on a death streak, just try to play a little more conservative, stay back, let them come to you, because most likely the other team's going to come to you, and you know, you'll get off that death streak, get a couple kills under your belt, and everything will be gravy. You'll be all good. So that's my 2 cents on recovering from a death streak. I hope it made sense. If you want any more advice on it, leave me a comment, and I'll try to help you out. So yeah, the next thing I actually wanted to talk with you all about was prestiging. Oh, look at that. That was weak. Anyways, prestiging. I'm on my 6th or 7th prestige, I believe. I can't remember. But what are your guys' thoughts on prestiging? I'm split. I mean, I always prestige when I get to the 50. But you know, I do like being able to have all of my perks pro'd out and all the weapons I like. You know, being able to use everything that I work towards after I prestige. But I also, for some reason, every time I get to the end of 50, I prestige because there's something in me that's like, must prestige, must do this all over again. And I don't know what it is, because you think I would just want to stay at 50 and have everything, you know, have everything I want. I've got all the guns unlocked. I've got my perks pro'd out. You know, you would think one would want to stay, but for some reason I had to prestige. Now I've got like 6 days total gameplay time. Not all of that's me. I actually have a friend who uses this account. So if you ever see me online on a Monday during the day, that's not me. I have a full-time job. He has a full-time job too. Not blasting my buddy, but he is a bogan and will not go buy an Xbox. So, you know, he's just trying to screw up my KD and make my, you know, my amount of playing time make me look like a nerd. Makes me look like a nerd. My English is not very well. But yeah, leave me a comment with how many times you prestiged, your total amount of playtime, and if you like prestiging. Or if you don't like it, let me know why you don't like it. Because I'd really like to know what you guys think. Because I like it, and I don't like it. So let me know.
Blackbird.
There we go. Blackbird to end the game. Victory, 46-4. Not bad. Appreciate all you guys watching and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.